Welcome to Be One With Me, as we journey together to be the best we can. Today, we'll explore the top 10 ways to transition from reaction to response in daily life. There is something to be said about the power in the pause. Most of the chaos in our lives isn't caused by what happens to us. It's caused by how we respond. Every moment holds a fork in the road. Do we react out of habit, emotion, or ego? Or do we pause, breathe, and respond with intention and awareness? That single choice, the pause, determines the tone of our relationships, the peace of our inner world, and the trajectory of our growth. Reaction is instinctual. It's fast, fiery, and often defensive. Response is conscious. It's calm, wise, and aligned with who we want to be. The space between those two is where mastery lives. The quiet, still point where we stop being controlled by circumstances and begin shaping them instead. So this is about reclaiming that space. It's about learning to slow the reflex, soften the armor, and invite awareness into the milliseconds before we speak, move, or judge. Because when we respond instead of react, we're not just managing emotions, we're aligning with consciousness itself. So, here are the top 10 ways to transition from reaction to response in daily life. Number 1, recognize the moment of choice. The first step in transitioning from reaction to response is recognizing that there is a moment of choice. It's the breath right before you send that text, the beat before you raise your voice, the pause before you defend yourself. Most people miss it. It happens so quickly. But awareness stretches time. Ask yourself, what am I about to choose? That question alone slows the reaction down and pulls you into the present moment. Practice. The next time you feel triggered, take one conscious breath before doing anything. That single breath becomes the doorway to clarity. All right, number 2, observe without judgment. You know, when emotion hits, judgment tends to follow. Thoughts like, I shouldn't feel this way, or they're wrong. This inner critic, it really amplifies our reactions. But observation without judgment, well, that can actually dissolve it. Try seeing your thoughts and feelings as weather passing through. You don't need to label them as good or bad. You just watch them move. Ask yourself, what am I noticing right now? Without needing to fix or explain it. Practice this. Imagine yourself as the sky. Let your emotions be like clouds. They come, they go, and you remain vast, open, unchanged. Moving on to number 3, feel the sensation before the story. Every reaction, it begins as a physical sensation, maybe a tight chest, flushed cheeks, or a clenched jaw. Way before the mind spins its story. When you tune into the body first, you can catch the reaction before it becomes behavior. Ask yourself, where is this showing up in my body? Then breathe into that spot, not away from it. Here's a practice. When you feel triggered, place a hand where the tension lives. Instead of suppressing it, breathe into it. This builds emotional intelligence through embodied awareness. And now number 4, name what's real. Reaction. It thrives on distortion, assumptions, fears, projections. But response, well, that requires clarity. Naming what's real helps separate fact from feeling. Ask yourself, what actually happened? Then separate it from, what story am I telling about what happened? Here's a practice. Write both down. You'll often find that the story carries far more charge than the truth. Number 5, breathe into neutrality. Breath is the bridge between impulse and awareness. When the nervous system calms, the mind follows. Reaction loses its fuel when the body feels safe. Ask yourself, what would one slow, deep breath change right now? The answer is usually everything. So, practice. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. That longer exhale signals your body, I'm safe. And from that state, wisdom can lead. Number 6, step into the other person's view. Empathy dismantles reactivity. It softens defenses and turns conflict into connection. When you make space to see from another's perspective, you open a doorway for peace to enter. Ask, what might this look like from their eyes? You don't have to agree, just understand. Practice. In a disagreement, pause and mentally repeat, they're doing their best with what they know. It's not about excusing behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the need to attack. Number 7, reconnect with your intention. Reactivity pulls you into the moment's emotion. Response pulls you back into your deeper intention. Before you act, remember why you care, what outcome you want, and who you choose to be. Ask, what do I want to create here? More conflict or more connection? Practice. Set a morning intention like, today, I respond with calm clarity, and revisit it during challenges. The mind follows the focus you choose. Number 8, release the need to be right. The ego's favorite trap is righteousness. The true self doesn't need to win, it just wants to understand. Letting go of the need to be right, well, it opens the space to simply be real. Ask yourself, would I rather be right or at peace? That single question can end countless arguments and restore harmony to your energy field. Practice. When tension rises, silently repeat, peace is more important than pride. Feel what shifts inside you. Number 9, reframe triggers as teachers. Every time you're triggered, life is offering you a mirror. Reaction resists that lesson. Response receives it. Triggers actually point toward where healing still needs to happen. Ask, what is this moment trying to show me about myself? Practice. After any emotional flare-up, journal one sentence. This situation taught me. Even one small insight transforms pain into progress. Number 10, end every day in reflection. Growth happens through repetition. The more you reflect, the faster you evolve. Reviewing your day helps integrate awareness and turn it into lasting change. Ask, where did I react today? Where did I respond? Celebrate progress. Don't judge missteps. That's how consciousness expands. Practice. Before bed, replay your day like a film. Notice key moments and breathe gratitude for the awareness you're cultivating. All right then, living from the space between. To move from reaction to response is to evolve from survival to consciousness. Every time you pause instead of lash out, listen instead of defend, breathe instead of break, you shift not just your life, but the collective field around you. You become the calm in the chaos, the still point in the storm, the embodiment of mindfulness in motion. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. Some days you'll react, and some days you'll respond. What really matters is that you keep practicing. Keep choosing space, breath, and love over impulse. Because you know, over time, that space becomes your freedom. That breath becomes your power. and that awareness becomes your peace. So, next time life presses your buttons, just smile. You're not being tested. You're being trained. You're learning to master the space where the true self lives. The space between reaction and response. Subscribe to this channel. More is coming from the heart for the soul. Remember, a smile can make someone's day. The right words may change their life. Thank you. I love you. Be you. Be one with me.